Morgan Evans is here. 2021 CMA coverage brought to you by DHY Motorsports. Revved up gift ideas for motorsports enthusiasts. Are you on the? You like motorsports? You like a big motorcycle guy, four-wheeler?
Well, I grew up watching the V8s race in Australia, which would probably be your equivalent to Camaros and Mustangs racing each other.
Nice.
But I've got way into the F1 lately. I over the quarantine I binged that Drive to Survive show on Netflix, and it's taken me down that road.
F1 is that's the big time international racing with Michael Schumacher and all those guys, right?
Yeah, once upon a time, yeah. There's an Aussie in there called his name's Daniel Ricciardo, so it's easy for me to go for him. Yeah,
that's awesome. So the trucks that you're driving, the original truck that you bought is in the video. That for the brand new song. What's a brand new song? It stopped me. It was right here in my head.
American Dream Truck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's a song on the new EP called Love. Love Is Real, which is a single, and then American Dream Truck we just put out last week on the EP, and it is the story of it's kind of my story of moving to America, but it's funny how like that first old truck that I bought, kind of by tracing its story, kind of traced my story as well, and I still have the old truck. It was up for sale on Craigslist to the day we wrote that song. Mm-hmm. But after we wrote the song, I took the Craigslist ad off and stashed the truck at my mother-in-law's house. She was kind enough to look after it until we moved into a place with enough room to park it out the back.
Do you tinker with it? Like, are you good at like changing out, any kind of like off-market parts or whatever?
Man, I would love to say yes to that, but no. I tinker with guitars maybe, and maybe the odd amp, but nothing to do with cars, unfortunately.
Well, that's all right. I tried to talk Dirk Bentley. He had an old Jeep CJ7, and he was here one time. He was telling me about it. I tried to get him to go to a performance shop. He goes, I would really do this right now, but I got a show coming up in 2 hours. We'll never make it back. I'll be stuck in the place. But he's so good at tinkering with those kind of things. And
right.
It's just fun. It's fun.
Man. Are you a weekend mechanic too?
No, I'm not. I wish. I love the Ford F-150. You see the Bill Ford Tough sign in the back there. I just love the pickup truck. It's just so American and so great. And no, I wish I could. My brother's better at it than I am. I have to ppay somebody.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, me too. But I do. The first thing I bought in America before I even moved here was a 20-year-old F-150 truck, and that's the truck that song's about. And I'll probably never sell. I'll probably own it forever, and hopefully it never. I mean, it has started every single time. I've left it over winters in the snow in Nashville. Come back 6 months later, started first time. It's just like,
look at you.
I don't know, built tough, I guess is they're telling the truth on that.
Ford tough, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So are you having fun in America? You enjoying it?
Mate, I love it. I love traveling around this country playing country music. It's crazy to me. I guess I didn't realize when I moved here how different it was from end to end. You can be in Texas and then go to sort of the Northwest and have a complete different experience to the Northeast. And we were just in Philly the other night, and I had a great time. I mean, I think we played 100-year-old theater in Philly the other night when you were there. And having experiences like that is unreal, man. And just sort of discovering this country and getting to know it and getting to know the people. And I think doing that through country music is the best possible way to do it, because you meet the coolest people.
So compare that to Australia. Is Australia as different from the West Coast to the East Coast as America is?
It is different for sure. Like, it has all the different terrains and stuff like that. There's just less people there. So there's less chances for those pockets of cultures to grow. And it's been around for way less time too. I mean, we've only had sort of like modern civilization there in the last couple of hundred years. So it's brand new country relative to America. And the history here is fascinating. And obviously that's a whole other level when you go to the UK and Europe and stuff like that. But it's fun to learn about.
Do they take the country music like we do? Like do they know like what we know? Like, Roy Acuff, and you go back to all the old classics and Merle Haggard and all that stuff.
A bit. It's funny, man. It's funny growing up there, because you kind of, in a lot of ways, the same things that are big and legendary are big and legendary, but in some ways they aren't. Like, I guess I was a kid in the 90s, and Garth Brooks would come down and he would play, and he came down and played all the stadiums and stuff like that.
Right.
But George Strait never came down, right? And so as a kid, I grew up knowing every Garth Brooks song, but I didn't really discover George Strait until I started traveling to America and realizing him and who he is and his history in country music and the great catalog of music. And so it's very similar, but there's like holes like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you're getting to perform music your way. I think everybody's journey is different. Yours started with you and the foot pedals and doing the whole thing yourself. And I remember the first time when you're doing the foot pedals and you introduced your band, that was funny. But it was all yourself. And then, a couple months back when I was in Nashville, I saw you with the new guys that you have on there. And it's great to see how you're developing as a musician and how your eye for talent, that accent, who you are as a singer and a performer. It's really great to be on the journey with you, Morgan. And I want
Thank you.
Much continued success.
I appreciate that, mate.
You're doing it the right way. You're doing it your way.
Thanks, man. I feel like all I wanted to do when I was a kid was play guitar in a band, and I feel like I get to do that again now with the dudes I got around me out there. And I'm glad you got to see it, man. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you.
All right. Well, good to see you. Have fun. Have fun at the show, and I'll see you soon. Okay.
I will. All right. Thanks, buddy.
Morgan Evans on 92.5 XTU.